Hello, survivors! We're so excited to have you join us in the quarantine zone. Don't miss out on any of the action in The Last of Us. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you're always in the loop. Today we'll look at the 8 Easter eggs in the first episode of The Last of Us. The Last of Us has been trending on Twitter since before the first episode aired on HBO Max. It's a faithful adaptation of the original game and is a perfect entry for gamers and non-gamers alike. For people who have already played the game, it is a perfect way to revisit Joel and Ellie's story. I don't know about you guys, but when I spot something that's in the game, it makes the scene a bit more special. Let's take a look at all the Easter eggs from The Last of Us first episode. 1. The introduction itself is an Easter egg. After the prologue, which explains the cordyceps and their threat to humanity, the intro plays, and fans quickly recognize the theme music, which is the same as the game. Composer Gustavo Santaolalla's now iconic score for The Last of Us is one of the best in video games, and as soon as I heard it, I got chills. 2. Another obvious Easter egg is Sarah's shirt. In the prologue, we see Sarah wearing a Halcyon Drops band t-shirt. This is the same t-shirt she wears during the game's prologue, and even the cities listed on the back end are the ones that Joel and Ellie visit during their journey. Halcyon Drops is a fictional band in the Last of Us universe. 3. The clothing nods don't end with Ellie. Joel, Pedro Pascal, and Tommy, Gabriel Luna, are also seen wearing the same clothes from the video game. While to many this will go unnoticed, for us hardcore fans, these small details are greatly appreciated. 4. Another Easter egg during the prologue is when they are celebrating Joel's birthday. Sarah borrows a DVD from the neighbors. The DVD, a fictional title called Curtis and Viper 2, is one of Joel's favorite franchises. He even saw the 4th film in theaters. Now, while the DVD wasn't one of Sarah's gifts in the first game, it is mentioned in The Last of Us Part 2, when Ellie is on patrol with her friend, Dina. Ellie mentions how she plans to watch the movie with Joel because it's an 80s action movie that he's really into. Apart from the fixed watch and the DVD, there is one more item that Sarah has for Joel on his birthday. When we first see Sarah wake up in her bedroom, a birthday card is seen sitting on her desk. The same card, with an animated dinosaur on the cover, is part of the first game, and just like in the game, Sarah forgets to give the card to her father. 6. In many instances during the first game, the wrench is a melee weapon of choice for Joel. Joel and Tommy arrive just in time when Sarah is seen fleeing the neighbor's house. Here we see Joel use a wrench to attack the infected woman who is after Sarah. Many viewers ask themselves why Joel lets go of the weapon after he uses it instead of holding on to it. In the game, gamers are only allowed to use melee weapons a few times before having to discard them. It's a survival game, which means gamers have to find different melee weapons along the way. 7. When Joel, Sarah, and Tommy are attempting to leave the city, they are surrounded by chaos. The entire getaway sequence is almost identical to the first game. We see the entire ride from Sarah's perspective, in the back seat. In the game, while Sarah is in the back seat, players are able to look around and see their surroundings. The camera work during this part of the first episode made it seem almost like a simulation, and gave gamers the feeling of being in the game. For people who have played the first game, we know that Tommy's car is hit by a speeding vehicle while they are attempting to leave the city. In the television show, this has changed a little bit. The scene now includes a plane crash, but there is a nod to the first game. During the getaway scene, there's a moment when Tommy's vehicle is almost impacted by another truck, but the driver manages to stop just in time. Fans of the game, myself included, expected the crash to happen at that exact moment. 8. When we see Ellie and Marlene having a conversation about the Fireflies, Ellie refers to the group as terrorists. Marlene then asks her, "Was Riley a terrorist?" Since we are still early in the series, viewers who never played the first game still have no idea who Riley is. However, those of us who completed the first game's DLC, Left Behind, are familiar with Ellie's friend Riley and their story prior to the events of The Last of Us. Storm Reed was cast as Riley in the TV show, and we will soon see their backstory in a future episode. Thank you for sticking with me. These were the 8 Easter eggs in Episode 1. We enjoyed the series as well as all the game references, which made us relive some of the game's scenes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it with other fans. Let me know which Easter egg was your favorite. Did you catch them all during your first viewing? Let me know in the comments. And remember, you will always be welcome in the quarantine zone.